Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for keeping it locked. Time now to reconnect with one of our favorites. Plenty has changed in the 2 decades since she was crowned Miss South Africa. She's got married, she's become a mom, and then obviously established herself as a very successful beauty-related businesswoman, if you will. And now that she's turned 40, life is only getting sweeter for model, business owner, and philanthropist Cindy Nell Roberts, as her plant-based lifestyle has put a little more pep into her step. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a massive, huge, warm welcome to one of our faves, Cindy Nell Roberts. I know we don't have a live studio audience, but I imagine if we did have a live studio audience, they would have just been going, wow,
you are too kind. You are too kind.
First of all, you're looking so skinny. What is going on, man? What is going on in your life? You look amazing. I hope you feel amazing. How are you doing after these crazy, crazy years that we've experienced, man?
I'm doing well. Yes, it has been crazy 2 years, but it has also been really great in a lot of ways for me, because it was the reason why I shifted to plant-based living and got onto my bicycle and started exercising more. So there's also a lot that I'm grateful for.
It almost feels like it's got to go deeper now. That's one thing, because you've always looked amazing. You've always presented this image of being a cover girl, a healthy beauty queen, if you will, but it's about living those principles, and maybe that's been the shift. Obviously, you feature on the Insider SA, which gives us an opportunity to really kind of get into your world and your life. What can viewers expect from that episode? How much access did you give the people to your wonderful world?
Everything.
Everything. Awesome.
You can expect to see a little bit of my work life, my beauty-related businesses, my family, a little bit of my cooking, my cold water swimming. You even see me in my cozy.
Gotta wake up, girl.
And I think the Insider is very innovative, fast-paced, modern-day television, so it's a very exciting, fun insert. There's even a lot of old photos of myself and my modelling and pageant careers that I myself haven't seen for ages.
And it's good to remind yourself of where you've come, because I'm sure that version of yourself, and now there's so much that you draw strength from, but you have grown and changed. You talk about this shift to plant-based eating. We've experienced it on the show where it was 1 recipe every 2 weeks. Then it was 3 recipes once a week. Now it's 5 recipes one day. We're finding accessibility is there. What brought about the shift for you? Was it a penny drop moment of like, I need to make a change, or was it a slow process? How did you make the move?
I think it was a slower process. You know, when I was doing modelling and pageants and television presenting, I always needed to be thin for something.
Yeah.
So protein diets were kind of my go-to fix-it. But then, as I got into my 40s, I realised that I would go on a protein diet, I'd lose weight, and then I'd pick up even more weight afterwards, and then so on and so forth.
Just going through that sine wave,
I also struggled a lot with inflammation from an old injury, from a dancing show I did. So I started getting really interested in becoming, you know, using food as a medicine, anti-inflammatory, and starting to think about things like, I want to live so that I don't have dementia or arthritis, and, as opposed to just being skinny. And you can also be skinny fat. So the plant-based diet came up a lot. And I think there's a big misconception that plant-based diets don't have protein. My personal favorite plant-based protein is mushrooms. So I started researching a little bit about that. I started seeing a dietitian, Nolene, and my personal trainer, Dave, and they started guiding me into the right direction. And now I can eat more carbs, I eat more food. And plant-based doesn't mean that I don't eat any protein, any meat. It just means that I cheat with it now, as opposed to before, it was the basis of my diet.
And that's for the majority. I would put my head on a block to say that, a butcher's block, to say that South Africans are carnivores, by and large. What do you say to people then to help spread this word, knowing how wonderful you feel and look, and that this is now not just an aesthetic, but it's actually coming from within? What advice do you have for other South Africans possibly a little resistant to making the shift?
I think it can be quite daunting. A lot of people, when I speak to them about this, say, but where do I begin? And I think the most important thing to realize is that what you eat is literally the most important thing in your life. There is nothing more important. This is everything. So start looking on the internet, start filling your social media feed with plant-based recipes, start experimenting in the kitchen. Take your old recipe book and cook the exact same recipe, but without meat or without dairy. And you know, just start playing around. It's not about changing your life entirely. It's just about making small
Incremental,
changes.
And I'm glad you highlighted the fact, put it out there, because you'll start to attract your community around you. And it's amazing how much we share with each other on social media, certainly within our kind of influencer space. That's how we find out about amazing things. And then you get that recommendation from someone that you absolutely trust. How are you managing the rest of your business empire at the moment? Where you're at, and I know there are always interesting products coming out of the mix. In this phase of now returning to normal, life as normal as it can be, where you're at, and what new products are you pushing in the space?
Well, at Cosmetics, we do some of the favorite South African makeup brands like Essence and Caribbean Tan, Self Tan, and a big focus for us, not only in the past 2 years, but ongoing, and it's really expedited in the past 2 years, is making our products more plant-based, more vegan, more friendly for your health, and making sure, because what you put inside and what you put onto your body is equally as important for your health. So that's a very big focus for us, being plant-based, being vegan, being friendly to humans, and adding more ingredients that actually is beneficial for your health. So that's a big focus for us, and we're very proud of what we do, and we obviously want to make women not only beautiful, but also healthy.
Yeah, and feel wonderful. And what I love about this, authenticity, I say that word all the time because this rings true on every level. Absolutely love it. Thank you for playing your part and being the advocate for this kind of lifestyle, because I know how much of a difference it can make in people's lives. Just a small shift, and we're going to put you to work. You said you cooks now, so we're going to put her in the kitchen in just a moment to whip up one of her favorite recipes. But of course, you can catch her on the Insider SA tonight if you want. No holds barred, all access VIP pass into Cindy's life. You're going to get it right here on S3 tonight. But Cindy's not going anywhere. She's sticking around to cook you a meal in just a moment.